Hello and welcome to this week's reading vlog. Yes, my hair is in the process of being dyed because it's my day off and I was like, you know what? These people gave me some hair dye, so I'm gonna use it. Why not, right? My fingers actually have some dye on them because I opened the bottle before I had gloves on and it got on my hands. But anyway, I am going to be reading while my hair dye sets in. And yeah, I'm reading What If It's Us. I started it yesterday. I'm about like 50 pages in. And like I'm digging it so far. Like I think I prefer, I don't know whose narration I prefer. I like them both, honestly. But I think if I had to relate more to a character, I'd probably relate more to like Ben, cuz Arthur is just a little too happy. But I like that he likes Broadway shows. Right, so there was this one part that I was just like hashtag relatable about, and it goes, there's just this part of me that has to wallow. The part that cues up Les Miserables when I'm sad. I can't help it. If I'm going to feel something, I want to feel it. And I'm like, yes, I too cue up Les Miserables when I'm sad, but not because Les Mis is sad, and I'm sad, but because I really like Les Mis, and it cheers me up when I'm sad. I don't know if that's what he's going for. He probably just wants to watch it because it's sad. But I too cue up Les Miserables when I am sad. Although I haven't done it in a while. I've been sad. I just haven't queued up Les Miserables to like help me when I'm sad. Should probably do that. I do want to make like a video about like all of the DVDs that I should watch. I think I might like go in order and just be like, yes, these are the DVDs I will be watching this month. They are from A to B. I have a lot of DVDs, y'all. That would be a lot. And with the show starting, because in case you didn't know, tech started for Hamlet, and so now it's Monday, so that's my day off, and I don't have any other days off. And the rest of my time will be spent at the theater. Tomorrow is a 10 out of 12. I will probably get a lot of reading done. But anyway, I don't really know if I'll have time to watch all of these movies that I want to watch and own. But maybe I'll make a video about them anyway. Who knows? Long time no see. Sorry about that. What If It's Us was really good. I ended up preferring Ben's side a little bit more because he was more relatable in my opinion. Arthur was just a little bit too happy for me, and I liked reading his side of things, especially when like he included musical theater references. But I found Ben's side more relatable. I enjoyed their relationship because I felt like while it might have been a little bit like romanticized in the fact that like I don't think you could find somebody again in New York by using a poster with their face on it. I don't know if that would actually work, but I did like how they kept having to have do-over dates, cause like no one gets it right on the first try. Like, that's just not how it goes. I thought that when they broke up the first time, Arthur was, like, pretty, like, justified. I mean, Ben had lied to him. And it wasn't like Ben was actually doing anything with Hudson, but, like, still should have told Arthur that Hudson was in summer school with him. It's understandable why Arthur got mad. And, like, they ended up getting back together anyway, so it's fine. I felt like they got back together a little too quickly. I don't know, though, like, it's fine. I did like that they didn't try to do a long-distance relationship, and that they decided to just try and be friends. I did like that, and I liked the epilogue where, like, they're still friends who, like, still have feelings for each other. But yeah, so I liked how open-ended it ended, too. And, like, I really hope there's not a sequel because I feel like that would ruin the book. Because I feel like the whole book is, like, telling you you never know what's gonna happen in the future. So, if we find out what happens in the future, I kind of ruins the book, don't you think? So I don't want a sequel. Get used to this, because I'm spending all my fucking time at the theater in this room. I'll give you a tour later, maybe. So anyway, I just finished They Both Die at the End. I read it in 2 days, because literally I've had nothing else to do. I'm gonna get better about filming things in the trap, because that's where I'm going to spend most of my time reading, and I'm just gonna forget when I get home, honestly. But anyway, They Both Die at the End was a great fucking book. I really like Adam Silvera's writing, and like the concept for the book is just a really cool concept. Like, there's a death corporation and it tells you when you have 24 hours to live, and you're not even promised that 24 hours. Like, you know you're gonna die in the next day. And so that's really cool. And I really liked how it handled mortality. I really liked that it wasn't like trying to really sugarcoat anything, but it was also not like really bleak about death. It was like, death is inevitable, but like, you can still live your life and like make something out of it, you know? I liked that. I don't know. It was nice. Like, I like books that don't shy away from things, but that also like aren't trying to be super edgy about it. Like, I like that. And I really thought the characters were like well written. I really liked Matteo. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, but I really liked that he was like afraid of death. Like, that just, it was like real. Like, people are afraid of death, and so much so that sometimes people forget to live. So like, I thought that was really interesting, and I really liked seeing him come out of his shell. So like, I really liked that. Rufus was like, he was okay as a character. Like, he was okay. I didn't hate him, didn't really like him, but like, you know, like, I liked him, I guess. He wasn't like a terrible character by any means. I just like didn't relate to him as much. So anyway, those were pretty much my thoughts. And I brought At the Edge of the Universe because I knew I was going to finish this book. So I brought At the Edge of the Universe to read. And it's only 3 o'clock now. And I'm going to be here till at least 11. So I'm going to get some reading done. Welcome to my trap tour. This is my little desk. I have everything I need here. I got my Cheez-Its, I got my Monster, I got my book, I got some water in that cup, I got a hammock over there. And yeah, so anyway, this computer is used to operate the lift, which is right there. It's currently up, but maybe I'll show you what it looks like when it's down. But anyway, so basically, I click this red arrow thing to load the queue, and then I go over here and I click this button, and that like activates the queue. And then this is the emergency stop. My hand is always on this button when I activate queues because, you know, safety first, right? So that's the desk. And as I mentioned, my hammock is right there, and that's the lift. This is the bed that goes on top of the lift. That's the chair I sit in. It's pink. It's a salon chair from In the Heights, actually, but it's really comfortable, and you can see my headset, too. I had to take that off because it was stuck underneath the bed, and I'll have to fix that. But anyway, over here is the turntable, and so basically how this works is basically I have to make sure this is on the right queue. It is. This is the first queue of the show. And then whenever the stage manager tells me to go, I press this green button right here. It's green over here, but it's not over here. It's weird. But yeah, I just press this button and it goes. The queues I have usually stop on their own, but sometimes the stage manager has to tell me to stop. And when she does that, I just press this red button right here. So that's the turntable. And over here is a platform that we use for the grave. So right now it has like all of the props and stuff set, and like You can see there's a skull right there, and there's actually multiple skulls. I don't know where the rest are. Pretty sure they're up there somewhere, but yeah. So the lighting is not great, but I finished At the Edge of the Universe, and I wanted to give you guys my thoughts, since I don't think I've given you my thoughts, really. So anyway, At the Edge of the Universe is like a pretty cool concept. I don't think it's as cool of a concept as the concept and They Both Die at the end, but it's still a cool concept. Like, it was cool to see, like, how Ozzy remembered, like, Tommy and nobody else did, and how he knew the universe was shrinking but nobody else did. It was cool to see, like, how people kept disappearing as the universe shrank. His parents ended up disappearing, and then, like, by the end, like, everybody but, like, him and Calvin have disappeared. So, like, that was, like, pretty interesting. And, like, I don't know. It dealt with some pretty heavy topics, actually. Like, through Calvin's character. It handled self-harm and then rape, essentially. I thought it handled those topics, like, pretty well. And I was also really glad to see a gender-fluid character in the character of Lua. I hesitate to call it asexual representation because the term asexual is never used, but Dustin does say that he doesn't really think about sex and, like, doesn't really want sex, so, like, that's, like, low-key asexual representation, and, like, I dig it, but, you know, I would have appreciated if he used the word, but it's fine, like, it's fine. I was happy to see that in there, regardless. And, you know, I thought the ending was pretty good. I liked that him and Tommy didn't get back together, because they did break up. He just had repressed the shit out of that memory, and didn't realize that Tommy had broken up with him before he disappeared. So, yeah, I liked that they didn't get back together when he was, like, back in that reality with Tommy. And I also kind of liked that him and Calvin didn't end up together either, because, like, Calvin went through some shit. Like, he needs some time to, like, deal with that shit. And it seemed like he was in the reality where Tommy exists. And I was like, that's good. I'm glad you're dealing with your shit, Calvin. So, that was good. And, like, the fact that I liked that, like, the physics teacher was like, you say you remember this universe, but you didn't explore any of this universe when it was bigger? And Ozzy was like, no. And the book ends with him, like, going out and exploring, so, like, that's really cool. And so, yeah, I thought it was a pretty good book. I really like Shaun David Hutchinson's writing, and I can't wait to read We Are the Ants and, like, other books by him. I can't remember the name of them at the moment, but I'm gonna read them. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say about that. And the next book I'm going to be reading is... This Is Kind of an Epic Love Story. Anyway, I'll catch you guys with my thoughts on This Is Kind of an Epic Love Story in the next video.